Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a disassembly, possibly scale bearing swap on this guy here. This is the Esprit. So I did an unboxing and sort of first impressions already, because I did a tabletop unboxing, and yeah, so you've seen it up close before. It works really well left-handed. That's the one thing that I've really enjoyed about it. So having played with it last night and today, I have a little bit more kind of thoughts on it. First, I don't like the finish they did on the scale here or the blade. It looks like it's already kind of pre-beat up, and I know what a stonewash is supposed to do, but this just looks kind of like it wasn't done that well, sort of, to me. It's not like an even stonewash. And the bead blast, I think that's what that is, or it's a real heavy stonewash, dark stonewash. Just not a fan. I feel like a lighter stonewash or a satin just would have made sense with this knife. And they could have done a more simple plain titanium scale or something. I don't know. Just seems a little off to me. It's not like the end of the world or anything. It's fine. The D10 is rather light. Which is why it works left-handed, because I can actually be on the lock bar and still flick it. So I'm actually putting a little pressure on that detent, I think, by doing that. So here it is right-handed. It's a little softer coming out. But the studs work great. I was kind of contemplating, like, what if I could take the studs off of the baby banter? Would they fit onto here? I think they're the same, right? That's the kind of stud, yeah. So you could have these cool blue accents. Are they smaller, though? I think they might be smaller. Yeah, I think it's a smaller stud on the baby banter. But I was just thinking that would be kind of cool to have the pop of blue on there. I don't know, is there anything else on here that's blue? No. So that you would just take those, which would be kind of cool. But then I was like looking at it. I'm like, how do I get them off? Probably Loctite, and then you gotta, use some kind of pliers with cloth, and it's not worth it for me personally. The flipper tab on the front, I don't like very much. It's kind of hard to get a real nice slap out. You kind of tend to just get it to leak out sort of and lock up. Like, it's not bad. I'm sure the more I fidget with it, the better I'll get, but it's kind of pokey up at the top there. It's just like that sharp 90-degree corner. I don't know. I think I would have preferred a more like South African style front flipper, where it's a little more rounded here and the jimping goes across onto the top, and then even if you slide a little bit, you still catch, right? I don't have any of my front flippers here. I sent them to Kyle, D2M Knives and Gear, to review, and I don't think I have anything I can show you. So I don't have an example. I apologize for that. But if you see my videos on like the Trevor Burgers, the Shamwiri, even the Peñas are different because that's more of a top flipper type deal, where this is a front flipper. But anyway, it does work. It's just I've occasionally like slid across that, and it kind of hurts, to be honest. And you can like not get, sometimes you can't get great purchase, and it just feels like I'm barely getting it to lock up like that. Didn't even lock up. So I don't know, just a nitpick, but overall I'm really, really liking this knife, which is why I wanted to see if maybe I could do a bearing swap, because even though the closing action is nice, drops, it's not like drop shut. I don't know if it ever will be either, but I figured I'd just take a look in there and see what the deal is, and we can go from there. So hoping we only need a T8, but it looks like we're gonna need a T6 too. Wait, is this T6 all around? No. Okay, so that came out rather easy. Okay, so it has this type of pivot like the kite fin, where there's kind of like a pivot collar and the screw goes through there, so they don't have to make a big old pivot screw. They just have this screw that goes into that kind of collar. It's an interesting way of doing it for sure. Get my T6 here. You will see the construction is interesting in the sense that they did it kind of like I was just saying, a South African style. Ooh, this is a hard angle. Ooh, that's a tough angle in there. That is really dangerous. Why would you do that? Is there a way? Do I need to take the clip off? Maybe just taking the top one out is enough, because I'll show you. I'm on an angle here. I can't go straight in, which means I'm very likely to start stripping this this screw out. I can barely get in there. I mean, I'm in, but I'm afraid it's good. So I'm just not going to mess with that. These are back to T8, I think. So what I was saying was it's kind of got that Trevor Berger construction where that screw looks like it goes all the way through from this side to that side, unless there's a pin in there as well, but that wouldn't make sense really. That's kind of how Trevor Berger does it. Just one long screw all the way through. See? That's cool. And it does, I think it gives it an interesting look on the lock side as well. I like it on the burgers I've had. I'm sure it requires possibly more tolerances or whatever because of, you know. So, how do we get you apart? Is that screw going to be an issue? No. Perfect. Okay, so you don't even need to take this screw out. Maybe that's why they do it the way they do. No, it still doesn't make sense to me, because at some point you're going to have to get that screw out if you ever take this knife. I guess if you never have to tighten it. I think that's terrible. That's a terrible design flaw, in my opinion. You almost don't even need that second screw. You know, well, that's the one that's in there, but yeah, they just did not make the angle. Now, is it the driver I have? But like, look, if I go straight in, you can see the angle. You know, like there's just not, if I go straight in, I'm here. Now I have to get down and, like, it's just not good. Not good design, in my opinion. Wow, these are interesting bearings. Okay. So when I say interesting, I just mean they're bearings. I don't know what I'm talking about. For some reason they looked larger to me than usual. Yeah, they're feeling really good, so I don't know. For some reason they look bigger than the cutout on the... Yeah, they just fit in there. That's interesting. Okay. Now, I think part of the action as well is going to be... I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but with this kind of finish, that detent ball is going to need to wear a track in, right? And that might take a little bit of time as well, so it could just be a matter of that. So the pivot collar's in there. I don't know. Doesn't want to come out, so I'm not going to mess with it. Pretty standard Wii sort of construction I'm seeing here. Is it a spinning pivot? Nope. There's going to be a little notch right there. See that notch type thing? And there's the other end of it. And that's what keeps it from spinning. I think that's probably one of the best pivot designs, to be honest, because a D-shaped pivot seems like it doesn't always work out right, because it has to go through and then into the other scale, and the amount of pivot that goes through it is never, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like the best way to do it. And then the spinning pivots are kind of annoying, and this is kind of like just taking a spinning pivot and putting a little notch in here to keep it from spinning, which is what I would want, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I think these are 5mm, and my eyes are just being weird. They do feel really smooth. They feel like they're moving very well, so let's see. Still have a set of the Gillians, but I bought a few skiffs. I think I'll go with the skiffs. right? I got these little ones. 1/8" pivot size. I don't know what they would fit in. Like, here's the 5mm. They look huge compared to that. I was just thinking, like, maybe they would fit in, the Finches or something like that. I also got some 1/4" here's another 1/4". I think did I get bigger ones or no? These are all the same 1/4". 13 ball, 13 ball. 9 ball little guys. 11 ball 5mm. Did I get anything else? Yes, I also got 5mm 11 ball. Wait, those are the same. I don't know why they put them separately. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Sorry, the air conditioner just kicked in, so. Do I want it? Yeah, you want it facing like that, right? Yeah, so they fit in there perfectly. That's a good sign. Yeah, they even finished the bearing pockets with that stonewash. It's kind of interesting. Anybody seen? There it is. All right, doesn't want to come out, so we'll leave it there. I think that's Loctite from the original assembly. Let me grab one of these guys. KPL sent me some stuff, and they have these huge packs. They seem bigger. I swear it's more than 100. I mean, look at that. Oh, no, this was 50, so maybe this is 100 count. That would kind of make sense. But yeah, so I got some of those. They sent me these rust sticks. I don't know if I mentioned this in a video already, but they sent these rust sticks. They kind of look like a stick of gum. And I'm going to start carrying one in my back pocket and see if it keeps the rust off of my knives. They also sent me this stuff to try. I think it's kind of like Flitz, but made in Germany, so we'll see how that goes. I'll probably need it, right? Okay. Nope. Is that the spot right there? That doesn't seem right either, does it? So where do you go? I guess that is right. I don't know. Was there a piece of it sticking out there? That doesn't make sense. No way that's right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong here. So that's the screw hole. That's the screw hole. All right, let's try this again. That's it. Yeah, that's. Sorry, guys. I'm a little out of it. No. What the fuck? Am I that dumb? Like, what am I missing here? It goes like this, right? Oh, okay. What the hell is wrong with me? But yeah, there's that little nubbin sticking out. But I don't know how else it would go in. Unless it flipped over. I mean, it literally lines up with that hole, so it's... Man, these do not want to work together, these two bastards. Okay, what the fuck is going on? I mean, there's no other way this could possibly go in, right? But it wouldn't stick out like that. It has to be backwards. Upside down and backwards? Ah, got it. Wow. Holy shit, guys. This is like that time. And there. Oh my god. Wait, did I lose a pin now? Fuck. Did I lose one? Fuck me running. I lost one. No. No. Pin. Oh, that's what was confusing me. That's a lanyard spot, and I kept thinking it had to be used as a pin. Fucking idiot. Okay. All right. Like I said, guys, I'm out of it today. I'm leaving that in. You know me. Go ahead, guys. Make fun of me all you want. All you want. I really want to get this stop pin out because it's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be a pain in the ass, really. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Sorry. Watch, and then the bearings won't work. It'll be a whole nightmare. Everything else in this stupid knife right now? The knife's not stupid, guys. I am. Let's get that clear. Pivot's not straight, though. Fuck me. This pivot is just being a little bitch. Yeah, now you're in. Well, you were in the whole time, you little bastard, until I see if I can do this without dropping everything. Wow, that actually worked. Holy cow, that worked. Okay. Get the Loctite ready now. Hopefully I won't have to worry about it, but... Okay. Okay. Get back in there. You see that? That was great. That was something that, you know, she would say. That wasn't my hand shaking. Don't worry. Ah, fuck, that pivot came through again. God damn it. What is up with this thing? Just freaking go through, you little bitch. Oh, look at it. It actually listened to me. That was weird. Alright. Not gonna Loctite those because they're friggin' long as shit. And I don't want Loctite like sitting on the other side of the knife. Alright, let's try and see what's up. Centering, dead nuts. Action, good. No blade play. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So, definitely not worse. And I'm guessing as we use this knife, it's going to just get smoother. Now, I did tighten the pivot, I think, all the way down. So, I may be able to back off as well and see if that does anything. No, I didn't really tighten it all the way down. There's no movement, though. That's a little tight. I think having the construction being so, the tolerances are so good, I think that really helps with the pivot strength, but I don't want to jack up the centering either. Still looks dead nuts, might be a little off. Yeah, that's pulling it over a little. Alright, well, it drops to a nail. It's very smooth, and then as those bearings break in, I mean, they're just going to get better. So we'll see, obviously. If they don't, then I'll be swapping back. But looks like we're going to be good. Again, it just seems like there's some knives where you don't get an astronomical change in action from skiff bearings or Gillian bearings, but you get that side-to-side pivot strength is what I call it. You can see, they kind of talk about it on their website. Whenever I talk about it, people, I don't know, I think they think I'm full of shit. But like, I can tell a knife that a lot of times knives will, between being open and closed, like, so anytime the detent is on the blade and not in a hole or whatever, there can be some wiggle, like back and forth, kind of like what you would call blade play. But then when it's locked up, there's none, right? And this happens with a good amount of knives. And I have found that switching to Gillian / skiffs gets rid of that, where you don't have any of that wiggle side to side, in between open and in between closed. So I just think that's something I care about, because I notice it and then it starts to bother me, right? Yeah, I mean, this is smooth as butter. Centering is dead on. I mean, God, can I even question it? It's always harder to tell centering on a knife that has different scales on the sides. Yeah, it looks pretty goddamn centered to me. I know I could get it to go that way a little more if I tighten it, but I kind of want this action, so I'm good. I do need to let it sit, but I gotta make sure I put this clip screw back in. Man, this screw is tiny. Yeah, oh, it had Loctite. See, these had Loctite, but the those big body screws did not. So it tells me they didn't use it either. So let me just creep a little out here. I forgot about the clip. There we go. Just a tiny, tiny dab. Now I gotta get it in there. That's what she said. So it goes straight through. Yeah, I don't understand this at all. This is just terrible. I mean, what tool would you get in there comfortably? I mean, and there's no way to like loosen that one, turn the clip or whatever, and then get to it. They had to have seated it going down like that. So I'm guessing they stripped it, because I don't know how you would get that in. I honestly don't. What's that blue shit on there? See that? That was there earlier. Let me just... I totally took out the microfiber things. Yeah, it's like on there. There's like a blue speck on there. I totally took these out. I never even used one, did I? Got distracted like an idiot. Yeah, it's like stuck to that screw head. I'm guessing it's not KPO, Loctite from Assembly. These little things fucking bother me, but I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, so that's the We Knives Esprit that I've heard so much about. Heard so many good things from people that I had to give one a shot. And I'm normally not into these fish-shaped knives. That's what I call them, because they kind of look like a fish when open, right? You got the eyes, and then you got the kind of fish shape. The CKF Chimera is kind of a similar deal. I do actually like this better than that, because now that one was like drop shut, but it had a very weak detent to where you could just like do this and it would kind of just come out to like right here. At least this one, it goes most of the way when you do that, and any type of normal flick will get it out, right? So I do want to check this, but I want to be careful. You guys know I broke the one on the... Yeah, I'm not touching that. I broke the one on the no guard here. I did talk to Best Tech about that, and Eric he's the Best Tech rep here in the States. Really cool dude. He was super, super cool about it. He told me I could just finish up the review as is and then send it to him. I wasn't able to get this out myself. I would need some really thin needle nose pliers, and I don't even know if that's the right way to go about it. It might be best to just drill right through it, break it into pieces, and kind of just get it out. But yeah, he was cool about it. He's like, yeah, I keep track of all that kind of stuff from Best Tech knives. Like, because my honest theory is that screw was like brittle in some way. It was weak. Because I barely turned on that thing. Like, I had just gotten the screw, like the bit settled into the screw head. Like, I usually get it in and then I settle it in, make sure it's in deep enough, right? And then I try to get a little tightening going, and it just popped like immediately. It was interesting. But yeah, anyway, so I'm trying not to mess with those screws that much anymore, because it has to be a really small screw. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry. Is that centered? Hang on. Yeah, I don't see it moving at all. Very smooth, and you can hear the detent ball on the heavy stonewash. It's trying to wear in, and I think once it does, and with these bearings, this thing's gonna be badass. So We'll see if I end up keeping my interest on it long enough for that to happen. But I am really liking it. It's super lightweight. It's a very good clip. Other than that screw design, I really like almost everything about this knife. So there you have it, the Esprit disassembly and bearing swap. Thank you guys for letting me rant and rave as usual for 30 minutes. I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.